how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast on YouTube. None of these trades. Hey, I'm showing off my comics, but this is The Complete Badger, Volume 1 from IDW. It's a $25 trade. Take a wild ride through comic stereotypes with the Badger. The first collection of the complete run of Badger comics includes the debut issues from Capital Comics, as well as issues 5 and 6 from First Comics, all written by Mike Baron. When a Welsh wizard, Ham, awakes from an 800-year coma, he finds himself alone in a mental institution in Madison, Wisconsin. Using a telepathic channel to communicate with the patient next door, Ham meets Norbert Sykes, who fancies himself as a crime-fighting vigilante, the Badger. That's the Badger right there, and this is embossed. Okay, you see the shine, yeah. This is embossed, really nice. The trade dress on this is really good. But what Ham doesn't know is that Badger is suffering from multiple personality disorder, and that as his new bodyguard, the two are sure to share a whole heap of madcap adventures. The streets of Wisconsin are about to be safer, yet as confused as ever thanks to the appearance of the Badger. All right, so this is the first 6 issues. Each one of these is 6 issues. I wanted these for years, but I would not buy them because they're $25 for 6 issues of a comic that, besides like the first couple of issues, I saw constantly in the cheap bins for $1 or less. The Badger was a Capital Comics that's laying around anymore. Capital City Distribution, who was put out Catalog Advance. They're the other big comic distributor back in the day, besides Diamond. They put out Nexus and Badger, and they're supposed to do Whisper. That didn't work. They kind of went under on the comics publishing gear, and First Comics picked them all up. Well, the Badger, after First went under, all I really know from the Badger is like a couple issues from Dark Horse and a couple issues from Image. Nexus went on, did a lot with Dark Horse. Whisper really hadn't done shit. And this is just, there's another embossed cover, you can see. There's the first issue, and these are really nice reprints. I got these at CoastCon, the dealer. I've mentioned it before in some of these videos where it's like, buy 3, get 1 free, and 3 trades for $10. I'm sorry, it's 3 trades for 10 or 3 for 9, and buy 3, get 1 free. So I saw these and had to grab them, and that was the second day of the con. The day after the con ended, I drove home because CoastCon's a good little ways away from me. I drove home, got home, unpacked all my stuff, grabbed these comics. These are the first ones I wanted to read. Filled my glass, my big ass glass with tea, and it was nice and comfortable outside. It was like a nice little breeze because it was nighttime. Sat on my back porch and read 4 volumes of Badger, so 26 issues. Let's see the art. And I'd read some of these before. Not a lot of these super early ones. Probably like about trade 3 or 4 I'd read some of this, but not a lot. And it was like just such a great little series, and I never heard anybody talking about Badger anymore. Look, they even got like a Hotmoo page for him. So that's volume 1. Out of print. And I understand IDW's got to charge more because it costs them more. This is the second one, and I don't know who did this cover, but I love this cover. What's it say on the back here? This second collection of classic Badger comics continues the title's first comics run with issues 7 through 12, including stories like Breakdown on the Road to Happiness and In a Coma and Nakoma. Created by Mike Baron, the Badger continues his erratic and sometimes downright insane crusade to fight injustice, confusing plenty of characters along the way with his multiple personalities. If all the regular heroes are too predictable for you, the Badger is just what the doctor ordered. And it's the same thing I just talked about earlier. Now this one was only $20. I think it's a little bit shorter. It is. It's a little bit thinner. I see that, but still $20 for stuff that all these a little bit of looking you can find them in. And let me see some. Who was doing the art? Bill Reinhold's the pencils. Bill Reinhold. Okay, let me look in this one then. I'm trying. There's an artist I know somewhat. Okay, this is a different one. First 4 issues had art by Jeffrey Butler, Rick Burchett, and Dennis Wolfe. And then so it's all Bill Reinhold. And these look really nice. And I think they only did like 4 of these. I don't think they sold that well, because it's one of those things, kind of like how, because Badger's a well-liked run, but it's not as acclaimed as something like Nexus, because Dark Horse does that. Like their Nexus run, they're putting on hardcover. They look amazing, but man, you're getting 6 issues of a series that you can easily find those 6 issues in the cheap bins. And almost find those 6 issues and get them bound yourself as a hardcover for cheaper than you're paying for the hardcover from Dark Horse. So I only own one of these, and like these, you know. Now this is volume 3. Look at that cover. That's a really nice. That's a Kevin Conran, 2002. Okay, that's early 2000s. The Badger is back again. This collection includes issues 13 through 18 of the legendary First Comics Badger run, and starts off with Ham jumping through dimensions, ending up in the Cynosure, bringing a new friend back with him in musical dimensions. So Cynosure is the city that Grimjack is in. Then Badger, always up for protecting the sovereignty of animals, takes off for San Francisco to teach a chef the error of his snake-killing ways and snake bile cognac. But that's not all. Next, Badger is off to Australia to mix it up with the International Brotherhood of Brujos. And before this collection ends, original Badger artist Jeff Butler returns to handle art chores on Buffalo. This is another $20 one. Okay. Ron Hold, Jeff Butler, Ron Hold. Oh, this is the crossover with, this is Signature. It's, God, what is his name? I know him from Grimjack. I remember this being a very popular series for quite a while, and then I don't know what happened. And then we got the last one that I know of, the last one I have, The Complete Badger Volume 4. And this is a Kevin Conran 2008 cover. Damn, they put out that late? Means when I got this, wasn't too long, because this is like 2010 when I bought these. Let's see what the back says. The Badger's back again. This collection includes issues 19 and 20 through 23 of the legendary First Comics Badger run. It starts off with Daisy, Ham, and Badger hunting truffles in France, where they acquire a peg-leg pig and cross paths with billionaire Pierre Piquet and Senator. But the battle with the billionaire is no picnic, as Badger and Don Diego Digitalis soon discover in Billionaire's Picnic. Next, Badger foils a hippie-turned-Phantom's plans in the Phantom of Boscombe Hill. Gets caught up in two salesmen's rivalry and range war, and finally helps his old friend Yeti get rid of a demonic threat in Bob. But that's not all. This collection also includes the first 5 installments of Baron's backup story, Tales from the Clone Zone, printed in Badger. And this is the last one I know of. This is another $20 one. It's the same art. Bill Reinhold. Chuck Beckham. What I'm looking at, Stephen Butler, if I remember right, did some art on Badger. Yeah, fucking Badger. So, you know, look at that. It was a martial arts kind of book. It was just, you know, martial arts silliness. But you also touched on some serious issues, you know, with him being a Vietnam vet and having this multiple personality disorder. Really cool book, and everybody, I've loaned these out to quite a few people. And they've all loved them, so, you know. You remember Badger? You remember First Comics? Who knows? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.